Have you ever been in a sales meeting when you have a script for going through the meeting and you have it thought out well, or you're using like a coach that you got the script from, but then you're trying that and everything just feels a little bit fake. So this is what I want to talk about today. This is what my video is about, because even if you have experience in sales, a lot of people still use a script, or if they don't use a script, they will almost always like have some kind of framework in place. That's like a flowchart of like if then, or some logic they have in their head. And so I think that is a good thing, but you've probably felt that sometimes it feels like the conversation is a little bit fake, and that's what I want to work on, and that's why I'm making this video. Because the reality is that when you make these scripts, they are a good idea, and you should use them, because usually they follow a certain framework that makes sense. And especially if you are a beginner, you want to use a strategy that makes sense, and you want to have a plan for going into the meeting. Because if you don't have a plan, then what do you have? You're probably going to panic and not know, or at the very least, you'll not know what to do. So it's better to have a plan than to have no plan, if you are a beginner. But the thing is, that's just what a script is. It's just guardrails to hold on to. And once you get more experience because you use that script, then you will start understanding more what you're supposed to do in a meeting, right? And you will start to understand how you can react to certain things when the prospect reacts a certain way, right? So maybe now you kind of understand the general gist of what you have to do in the sales meeting. So then you go, now you do like A, B, C, right? And then because you understand that, now you can follow that chart, and you don't need to look at the script, right? So that's good, because you'll have that memorized, and not just memorized, but you'll also start understanding why this is the case. So this means that once you understand that, now you can go a little bit more scriptless. You can take charge a little bit more, because now when the prospect asks you a certain question or gives you a certain response, instead of moving to the next line in your script or the next step in your framework, which you could still do, but if you feel based on your experience and intuition that it might not be the right way to take things, then you can actually follow that. And it depends, of course, the stronger your belief is, and the more you know what to do based on the response and based on the question, the more confidence that gives you to go off the script. I'm not saying that's the end goal. I'm just saying what you want to do is you want to make the right decisions. And scripts are just a guardrail. Yes, it's a reason for the guardrail, but at the end of the day, it's not the ideal form usually. So this is my understanding of things. Now, there are also other things that you can do. I want to make this video educational and not just me sharing theory. So I hope that you understand, that you can kind of follow the things that I'm explaining you, and that maybe you understand where it's coming from. I think so, if you've done a lot of sales meetings and you've been working with a lot of scripts, you'll probably understand that just sometimes it feels a little bit ingenuine. And when you can, so when you are in this meeting and you're following the script, sometimes for me at least, it just feels like the prospect kind of feels it's wrong. They're thinking about, this is just a step in their process. And I feel like he's not really paying attention to what I need right now, and he's not being natural. And you'll feel that coming off of him or her, right? So, at the end of the day, they do kind of have a reason, So if the only thing you do have is a script, then you should probably use that and stick to that. But as you get more experience, you can trust your intuition and especially knowledge, right? So these are some of my tips for that. Yeah, I won't make this video longer because I feel like I would just be dragging it out. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, let me know, guys, if you have any ideas or comments. I will see you next week or in my next video. So check it out. Have a nice day. Cheers.